Come visit Central Cooperative Credit Union, your mortgage solution, your mortgage solution. Come visit us at Central Cooperative Credit Union, your mortgage solution. Come get your mortgage. You can switch your mortgage, get a new mortgage, refinance your mortgage. We are your mortgage solution. Lock in your interest rate as low as 4.75%. We are your mortgage solution. Up to $100,000 loan protection. It's an easy process and quick application. Central Cooperative Credit Union, your mortgage solution. Come get your mortgage. Visit us today at 4244 Federation Drive in Goodwill or Bay Street in Portsmouth. Central Cooperative Credit Union, your mortgage solution. Terms and conditions apply.
Sometimes I dream about cheese.
NCCU, your community financial partner, brings to you Beyond the Mortgage.
Affordable rates, affordable price, NCCU, everything nice. Go do a course, go take a trip. Beyond the Mortgage 246. You take the mortgage already, to make your pocket go empty. Beyond the Mortgage, NCCU will keep you steady. You need to buy a new fridge, you want to purchase a city. Get rid of medical bills and invest in the green energy. Beyond the Mortgage, beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage. Everything nice, beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage, beyond the mortgage. NCCU for life. 246, yes, 246. Wow, 246.
Beyond the Mortgage, 2% savings, 4% retirement solutions, loans available at 6%, and our special BTM line of credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Fast is what I want. Keep up.
Let's go!
Introducing Instacash, a new way to play and win. It's fast, it's easy, and you win instantly. Tickets are available in a variety of themes and price points, starting as low as $2, with top prizes ranging from $3,000 up to $10,000. 5 times the cash, 10 times the cash, 20 times the cash. Instacash tickets print on demand and are available at the terminal from all lottery agents. Get your Instacash tickets today and win instantly. Brought to you by the Dominica National Lottery. Everything is possible. Terms and conditions apply.
Same time will make it better. The pain will fade away, but I won't even lie. I miss you more as the days go by. As the days go by. Man never know the hour, man never know the day. It hurts me even more that I didn't get to say goodbye. Didn't get to say goodbye. So take out all your
hello. Welcome. Welcome, 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 every single one. Welcome, welcome, Joseph Live. We're ready for a new show. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I don't have multiple screens. Don't have multiple screens. So bear with me. You know, me and my multiple screens, I work better when I have multiple screens. I only operate off of one screen right at this current moment. But we're gonna make this happen. I'm so happy to be here with you guys this evening. Welcome to my very first live show in 20. When I say my live show, my live JL Joseph live show in 2024. Um, it's a new year. A lot has happened before I even get into the show because we're getting ready for an exciting show. We have six beautiful ladies who are going to be joining us right here. We're going to be talking to them. They're going to be coming one at a time. Thank you very much. Thank you, Stellina. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Deborah, for the stars. I appreciate you, Deborah. I appreciate everyone who shares stars. I love you even more. You know, thank you very much, Deborah. Thank you, Lily. Welcome, guys. Share the live once you jump on. I'm happy to be here with you guys. I'm happy to have live. Before we even get started, I want to kind of, I know I want to kind of, I want to really take a moment of silence for, we lost someone very, very important to our Dominican society, to a lot of people's lives. I mean, we've known Fadina, we've loved her for years, and Fadina would have probably been emceeing for the pageant this year. I mean, she did it last year, and she looked phenomenal. She looked graceful. I loved her green dress, and we were back and forth with each other on WhatsApp. You know, I was commenting her on how hot she was looking, and we lost such an amazing individual a few days ago. And I just want to take a moment of silence, you know, to honor her. She was someone I looked up to. She was someone I loved. She was someone I respected. She was the only woman in media to show me the kind of love that she did. When I say the kind of love, if something was spelled wrong, Fadana would say, Jay, you spelled that wrong. If my clothes was looking hot, Jay, your clothes looking hot. If my, like, I could count on her to have my back, right? And I enjoyed the moments that I worked with her. I enjoyed, you know, when we started, when she was putting together in the spotlight, you know, I was there with her, you know, putting everything together, doing the ads and doing the, she was just a beautiful soul. A lot of folks are missing her right now. She's left a huge void in our nation, a huge void. Like, I'm trying to keep it together because I don't want to cry, but I just want to take a moment of silence. I just want to give her, you know, 1 minute, and then we'll get the show started. So let's just take a moment of silence for Dinah F. Frampton. I call her Triple F. You know, we lost her, but she'll never be forgotten. I love all the hearts, the blue hearts representing for Fadina. Keep sharing the blue hearts. Keep tagging her on with the blue hearts. Fly high, Fadina. Fly high. You will be missed. You've left an imprint on my heart. I will definitely miss your presence. I'll miss your laugh. I'll miss your smiles. I'll miss so many things about you. Tonight, we have a show planned for you, and I am so excited to be presenting for the second time the Queen contestants, or the Queen ambassadors, I like to refer them as, you know, who are joining us here this evening. We have all six of them are going to be coming through. and we're talking to them in the order that they will appear on the night of the show. Thank you guys for the stars. Thank you, those of you who are sending the stars. Diamond Kelly, thank you for the stars. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. First, coming up, we have Georgiana from the village of Loda, the Roseau Valley. I want to get to know a little bit about who Georgiana Albert is. And I want to welcome her to the show for the very first time. So, guys, share some love to Georgiana Albert. Hi, Georgiana.
Hi, Jill. Good evening to you, and good evening to all of our viewers and our listeners online. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you very much. Sorry, I was kind of getting a little emotional. I was trying to keep myself together. Thank you very much for joining me. Welcome to the show. It's so nice to have you. I've heard so many wonderful things about you from people in the back, people in the front, people who are assisting you, and I feel like I want to know you myself. I want I want to know who Georgiana is. So tell me a little bit about you. So give me a brief introduction as to who you would like the world, who you like Dominicans here and abroad to know Georgiana Albert is.
Okay, so before I begin, I just want to take a special moment to send my condolences to the family and friends of Fadina Frampton. I know that she was an icon in the pageantry world, being a past queen contestant, playing her role in sponsoring the show, and as recent as last year being the host. I remember looking at her previous show with the contestants last year, the In the Spotlight show, and I really thought, wow, I can't wait for next year when I get the moment to be on that show. I know that it's gone. It's saddening, but yeah. So I just want to tell everybody, send my condolences to you. I know it's a hard time, and I just want to encourage everyone to grieve in the way that they know best.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, Georgiana. So introduce yourself.
Yes, so as you know, I am Georgiana Alberts. I am 20 years old and I'm from the beautiful village of Aluda. I currently work in the accounts department at Auto Trade Limited, Dominica's number one dealership. And I overall just enjoy simple things. I love adventure, I love to cook, I love reading, I love listening to old school R&B.
Really? Who's your favorite artist?
Rihanna.
Rihanna, not that old school, eh? Let me Rihanna, not that old school.
Yes, her old. I tend to listen to her older songs. But she
When
has
when you when I hear old school, when I hear old school R&B, I would expect to hear you drop like a Mary J. Blige.
well, yes, I
Or
listen to all of them too. But when you ask my favorites,
well, I get it. I get it. I get it. Okay, continue.
well, I decided to do the Miss Dominica pageant because I have participated in pageantry before. I
Mhm.
was the Miss Teen Dominica in 2018, and I got the opportunity to represent Dominica regionally in St. Kitts at the Haynes Smith Miss Caribbean Talented Teen in
Mhm.
December of 2018. And I really grew a love for pageantry. So I said, why not? The opportunity came, and I decided to take part in the Miss Dominica pageant. My platform going forward to the show is empowering women through entrepreneurship
Mhm.
because I am an entrepreneur myself. I am the owner of Jay's Faces, a makeup artistry business which I started in 2019. And I also come from entrepreneurs. My parents are entrepreneurs themselves.
Wow, that is wonderful to know. I like your little spiel. You seem so very confident, and you seem to have really decided to choose a platform that is true to who you are.
Yes.
And you spoke on the importance of it. But why do you feel like entrepreneurship or raising awareness on entrepreneurship is important for folks to know? Because we may say right now, oh my God, things are hard, the economy is hard. I mean, it's not just in Dominica, it's everywhere. And someone might say, who wants to be an entrepreneur today? Why do you think it's important to kind of resonate the message to empower women through entrepreneurship?
Being an entrepreneur for me is a way to become independent as a person, especially as a woman, because traditionally women were known for being homemakers and they weren't typically seen outside of the home working in a career that they love. So to me, entrepreneurship, especially among young women, is important because it shows that women can take on any role. And entrepreneurship really brings some support, especially to families. And sometimes we know that it's not easy to obtain a job in certain economies. So I think that it is important that, especially if we have a certain skill, something that we are really, really good at, I think it's important that we monetize it because it really helps in the long run.
How has your business been, like your, because you talk about your makeup business. How has the public received your business?
So far, I would say it's been good. My business started off on a whim, really, and I will always tell people that because it started from a friend of mine in high school asking me to do her makeup for her birthday photo shoot. And when I did her makeup, she paid me, and I was like, I don't want to do this for money, but I took it anyway. And then when I went home, I really thought about it, and I said, okay, this is something that I can look into. And I played with it a little bit, but I didn't take it very seriously. And a family friend of ours was going up for a show in Dominica, and she contacted me and she was like, "What are your prices for makeup?" I said, "Well, I don't do makeup." She's like, "Well, you do it with good, and I want you to do it for me for the show." So I went online, I looked at some prices, I put everything together on a poster, and that was it. And from since then, I can see that I've definitely improved because we live in such a fast-paced world and things change constantly. So I found it very important that I stayed up with the trends to see what's happening now and what people tend to like. And even though you do that, I still realize that it comes down to the customer because while I might think, okay, this will look good on you, it's still important that I take into consideration what the client wants because everybody is not the same. While somebody might want a full beat with all the colors, etc., some people just want to keep it simple, just to enhance their beauty a little bit. So people are very receptive to my business. It's very here and there. Sometimes it's in demand, especially as we have our busy seasons, especially Carnival coming up and Creole Festival. And sometimes it's on a little lull, so things are slow. But I appreciate the long days and the short days, both the same.
Thank you for sharing with us, Georgiana. I want to take you back to Miss Teen Dominica 2018, um, and I kind of want to get a sense of what it was kind of your becoming, so to speak. And I'd like to get an understanding of how do you believe that that specific pageant shaped your personal growth and sort of influence your aspirations.
Pageantry, though I participated in it before the Miss Teen Dominica pageant, it wasn't something that was constantly on my radar. So I didn't initially look at doing the Miss Teen Dominica pageant, but I was encouraged by my teachers and my peers. So I said, okay, why not? It's something that I can learn from. And I really learned from it because the person that I was before I did Miss Teen and the person that I am now are two completely different people. Because after doing Miss Teen, I have had the opportunity to network with so many people. So I know more people and I have more resources in terms of that, human resources, that is. And it built up my confidence a lot because before I would be a little bit shy. But after being on stage and speaking to so many people, I had the chance to just grow as a person and I was able to deliver myself more. I became more self aware. So it had so many positive impacts on my life. I believe it is important when I describe the person that I am now.
That's really good to know. I mean, it's important for us to feel that we've grown from one stage to another, and you clearly you express that, not just in what you say but verbally, the way that you speak. You seem to be very eloquent and speak very naturally, so it comes natural to you. No, I know that preparing for pageant requires a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work goes into that. Could you share some of your insights into your preparation for the process of Miss Dominica? Are you refining your own skills, honing your platform, and ensuring that you represent beauty, intelligence, culture, and the richness of Dominica on the stage?
The journey of Miss Dominica is one that is very time demanding. So before, where I would finish work, I would go home, watch a show. I no longer have that. There is no free time on my calendar. Even if I'm alone, it's something that it still revolves around pageantry, because when I get off from work, I have practices, either walking, talent, interview, and they tend to last for a while, a few hours, and sometimes it's more than one session. So after I finish walking, I dive right into talent. And even when you get home, you have to review, you have to research, because everybody knows that the question answer wrong. They tend to think that that's the toughest round. So it's important that you adequately prepare. So in my schedule, I not only prepare for the interview segments, I ensure that I prepare adequately for all of the rounds so that I perform my best in all of the rounds.
Thank you for sharing, Georgiana. I appreciate hearing that from you, because I mean, whenever you set your sights on something, it takes a lot of hard work and dedication, and clearly you've seen that you needed to devote more time to making sure that you're on the top of your game for that night. I want to talk a little bit about your community. Since you announced that you're participating in the pageant, how has the support from your community in Loda, the Roseau Valley area, as well as from your friends and your family, how has that impacted you? Can you share some probably memorable moments, some gestures of encouragement that has been particularly meaningful to you?
Generally, my village, both Loda and my circle of friends, etc. Everyone is so supportive of me because they believe that I can do it. So now, even at home, when I go outside of the house, I'm just on the streets. They're like, Miss Dominica, my queen. So it's very encouraging to know that sometimes, even though you might doubt yourself, you know that there are always people who are cheering you on, even though they are unaware of what's going on in the background, because nobody sees the practices, nobody sees the late nights and the early mornings and so on. But you know that they are there, and they will always make it known. And even at the opening of Carnival on the 6th of January, people who I didn't know, they were just like, oh my God, that's my queen. You're so beautiful. And my float was a car.
Mhm.
Everybody was like, I want that car. How much you sell that car? Like it was a real car. So the support is definitely there and it's definitely strong. And it's so heartwarming to know that people who don't necessarily know me, and even those who know me, they give their full support.
Wow, beautiful, wonderful. It's always great. It takes a community, it takes a village, and it's good to know that you have that support coming from your community. If you win, or if you are able to capture that crown, Miss Dominica, I mean, you've already seemed to embody it in terms of how you speak and in terms of how your community sees you. What vision do you have for your tenure? How do you plan to use such a prestigious title to further your advocacy, whether it is promote cultural celebrations and contribute to a positive development of Dominica?
If I win, I would definitely use that platform to push my platform, empowering women through entrepreneurship. And not only women, but young people in general. And it doesn't have to necessarily be in entrepreneurship, just to empower young people in anything that they do. Because the littlest support can make a world of a difference, especially as now we tend to see our young people engaging in wrongful activities, crime and so on, and they don't have the motivation to sometimes do better for themselves. And that could be for a number of reasons. So I definitely want to use my platform to motivate young people to do something for themselves, to don't depend on someone for their own success.
Thank you very much for sharing with us, Georgiana. I wanna make it a little bit light. We're gonna wrap up with you, but I wanna do a little testing. Tell me, looking at all the other contestants, right? So I know people are probably expecting me to say, um, who's your biggest competitor, or who do you think who you I'm not gonna ask this, right? I want you to tell me, of all the contestants, who is the most supportive. I want to know who to you constantly will uplift, encourage others, and really fosters a positive atmosphere.
I cannot pinpoint just one, because they are all so warming and supportive of everything. If you were to come into one of our practices, you would hear us shouting for each other, clapping for each other. You'd be like, oh, yes, girl, I love that turn. So everybody in their own little way shows support to each and everyone. So I feel like we're just a little family of sisters, trying to do our best and using our own knowledge to help each other. So I can't just pinpoint one because they're all such lovely ladies.
Thank you very much, Georgiana, for sharing with us. Thank you very much for being here and talking to the audience. I see a lot of folks are on. People are shouting and they are ailing you up and they're really loving you right now. I want to encourage you to go back in the chat and respond. Some people are asking questions. Some people are commending you. Some people are showing your support. And it's always good to go back and tell the fans that, hey, I see you. I see you. I know you were there. Thank
Of
you.
course.
But thank you very much for taking the time out of your schedule. I know practices are hard and tough, especially a Friday night. Sometimes you just want to relax. I want to say with me, short but sweet, thank you. And I wish you all the best on the night of Miss Dominica 2024. I should
Thank you
say
so
so.
much. And thank you for having me. I really enjoyed myself. And I just want to say thank you to everybody viewing and for showing their support. And I also want to say major thank you to my sponsors, Auto Trade Limited and Fine Foods Inc. Their support has really gone a long way for me because I see them at work and they're so encouraging. And even outside of work, they send their love and they send their support, and they're just so helpful in anything that I need. So thank you to my sponsors and to my family and my wonderful team, Team Georgie. Thank you so much to everybody, near and far, showing your support. I love you.
Bye, Georgiana.
Bye, everyone.
That was beautiful. Off to a great start. Thank you very much, all those of you who joined in near and far. Thank you for Georgiana for being so eloquent and for sharing with us what we can expect. I feel like the competition gonna be tight. I don't know how you guys are feeling. What is the temperature like in the chat? Because it seems like we have some serious women this year. I mean, every year we have serious women, but the conversation was flowing, and I really enjoyed speaking with her. I want to say thank you very much to every single one of you who have tuned in on YouTube, Facebook, those of you on LinkedIn, those of you on Twitter. Thank you very much for joining us. I want to say a special thank you to the Dominica Festivals for allowing me the opportunity to speak to these young women, to share their stories with you, and to interact with you guys. I want to say thank you very much to my sponsors of the show. Without them, girlfriend will not be getting paid, right? I'm getting paid to do the show, okay? So I want to say thank you very much to my most esteemed sponsors, the National Cooperative Credit Union. I want to also say thank you for Big W. I want to also say thank you very much to Instacash, agents of the Dominica National Lottery. I want to say thank you very much to the Central Cooperative Credit Union. And also want to say thank you very much to Pure Foods, where you get the most delicious sandwiches in the city. All right. I'm about to move on to the next. Are you guys ready for the next delegate, the next contestant, the next young lady who will be gracing our stages on the night of Miss Dominica? I call it the Miss Dominica night. The Miss Dominica night. I'm looking forward to that night. We have Nikez Moranci out of Dublin is going to be joining us. I am so excited to be speaking with her. I'm hoping that let me just check out the queue just to make sure that she is in the queue. Waiting to see that she's on here. And if she's not, we'll probably move on to the next person who is actually on. So if somebody is viewing right now, let Nikez know that she should be jumping on. She should be coming on. If not, we'll move on. I see Tiana is locked in, and so is Tiana Shaya. So Tiana Castaigne is locked in and ready to roll. Just trying to get them in the order that they will appear on the night of the show. So Nikez, I encourage you to hop back on. She might have gotten disconnected, but that sometimes happens. So hop back on so we can continue with tonight's interview. I want to check out the folks who are in the chat. JL dropped the links. Oh, thank you very much, Clem. Thank you. Travel with Clem is locked in, and Travel with Clem is part of. I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong. Nagasa, what's it called? Beautiful dresses. Travel with Clem, you got to hook me up. You got to hook us up with that. I'm actually wearing two lippies right now. I have two lippies on. I have Sasha's Hello Boy and NARS. I don't know what the name is, but I have two lippies right now. My liquid liner is actually LA Girl. So if you want to know, LA Girl, that's my liquid liner. And I just want to see who else is in the chat. We're getting ready for our next interview. I'm gonna give her about just a few more minutes. She might have gotten disconnected because everything was all set for her to go. I just want to say thank you very much to every single one of you joining us. Hi Najuma, Hello Voice is my favorite as well. Sugars Joseph, thank you very much for joining. Angel Clark is on. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Yes, we need to hook up. We need to. I struggle with Clems. That would it. I don't know why is it supposed to be Nagasa, or how do you pronounce it? You gotta come on and let a sister know how you pronounce the name of your clothing line. But beautiful outfits, and they were part of the casual fit for the 6 ladies who are vying for the title of Miss Dominica. Thank you very much to those of you who are sharing the stars. Arlene Lawrence, thank you very much for the stars. I'm waiting on Nikes to join, but she has not come back on. She could be experiencing technical difficulties. That sometimes happens. But I do see Kian is on, and I would love to get started with Kian. So Kian, I'm just gonna let you know to get yourself ready. I'm gonna pull up so that we can actually get you started with your interview this evening. All right. So ready to go in just a little bit. Kian Baste out of Stock Farm is going to be joining us right here for a wonderful show where we do the exclusive interview. And I'm about to get her on the show here this evening. All right, Kian, if you're ready, I would love to have you on. We also have Kiana Dyer, who is there. Just want to let the ladies know to stand by, because in the event any of the contestants are unable to connect, whether it's for internet issues, they've dropped off. I would like to continue the interview. I would prefer that there were no gaps. We want to give the folks what they're waiting for, what they're longing for. We just heard from Georgiana Albert out of Loda. That'll be sponsored by Auto Trade. And we're hoping to connect with the other ladies. I'm going to inform the chaperone, get your girls organized, get them on, because we are ready to continue with the interviews. I know they seem to have had exact time slots that they were going to come on. And right now, Nikes is not on at the present moment. So if anybody knows Nikes or her team, get connected with her. She was on earlier on, and I'm assuming that she dropped off due to connectivity issues. So just want to encourage her or her team to get back started. All right, so we can continue on with this interview. I'll take a pause and wait while we wait for them, and we will just give my sponsors a little bigger. All right, so there we go.
NCCU, your community financial partner, brings to you Beyond the Mortgage.
Affordable rates, affordable price. NCCU, everything nice. Go do a course, go take a trip. Beyond the Mortgage 246. You take the mortgage already. Don't make your pocket go empty. Beyond the Mortgage, NCCU will keep you steady. You need to buy a new fridge. You want to purchase a settee. Get rid of medical bills and invest in the green energy. Beyond the Mortgage, beyond the Mortgage, beyond the Mortgage. Everything nice. Beyond the Mortgage, mortgage. Be on the mortgage. NCCU for life. 246. Yes. 246. Wow. 246.
Beyond the mortgage, 2% savings, 4% retirement solutions, loans available at 6%, and our special BTM line of credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Nah. What? So I see something there. Boy, what else am I missing there? What? I ain't things, man. Boy, I need a basket, man, for it. What boy I see this? Yeah, a little beautiful bag later. Easy.
Boy, Mr. really buying one beer?
Don't buy a 6-pack.
Buy you anything so real, man. Buy. Let's take a 6-pack first. We sit time. Mr. Effective, pal. Ooh. Big savings. Yes. Sometimes I dream about cheese.
Introducing Instacash. Instacash tickets now available at the terminal from all lottery agents. It's fast, it's easy to play, and you win instantly. For only $3, you can win up to $6,000 on Bingo Instacash game. Here's how to play and win. Mark off the numbers on your card that match any of the called numbers. Free is a free space. There are 6 ways to win with your card. Only the highest prize on each card may be won. You win. It's fast, it's easy.
Fast is what I want. Keep up.
Let's go!
Introducing Instacash, a new way to play and win. It's fast, it's easy, and you win instantly. Tickets are available in a variety of themes and price points, starting as low as $2, with top prizes ranging from $3,000 up to $10,000. 5 times the cash, 10 times the cash, 20 times the cash. Instacash tickets print on demand and are available at the terminal from all lottery agents. Get your Instacash tickets today and win instantly. Brought to you by the Dominica National Lottery. Everything is possible. Terms and conditions apply.
Come visit Central Cooperative Credit Union. Your mortgage solution. Your mortgage solution. Come visit us at Central Cooperative Credit Union. Your mortgage solution. Come get your mortgage. You can switch your mortgage, get a new mortgage, refinance your mortgage. We are your mortgage solution. Lock in your interest rate as low as 4.75%. We are your mortgage solution. Up to $100,000 loan protection. It's an easy process and quick application. Central Cooperative Credit Union, your mortgage solution. Come get your mortgage. Visit us today at 4244 Federation Drive in Goodwill or Bay Street in Portsmouth. Central Cooperative Credit Union, your mortgage solution. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. As I promised, we will be back. Thank you very much to the sponsors for making this possible. I always say, you know, I always say how fortunate I am, how blessed I am to have folks when they hear that I'm actually doing a show. So hey JL, we want to be part of this. We want to sponsor. Thank you very much to those of you who reached out and showed your love and sponsored the show. Because without you guys, I would probably still be there, but I would not be smiling as much, right? So thank you very much to all of the sponsors. As I promised you guys, Nikez Moranci is up next. She had some technical difficulties. We'll talk a little bit about that. We're not tired of anybody. It's not Queen Show night. It's a free up night. We're having a good time. We're here to chat, and even if things happen, it's understandable. We're living in a world where people dying every day. All right? We just roll with the punches and we don't let it affect us. We don't let it mess up our day. We keep on going, we keep on pressing on. And I'm so happy to welcome Nikez Moranci. She will be contestant number 2 out of the fishing community of Dublin. All right? Want to say welcome. Hi, Nikez.
Hi, good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I heard you had some technical difficulties. What happened? Give me the story. Give me the book.
The email link, that's the one I used.
So you were struggling. Yeah, you hear me okay?
Yes, I'm hearing you clearly.
Great. I'll just angle your camera a little bit. We want to see you in your element. This way. Yes. We don't want to see the sashes. All the many sashes. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
And I'm very happy to have you. And I want to get the show started because, folks have been waiting, fans have been waiting. Tell me a little bit about you. I know you're from Dublin. I'm very familiar with, the community of Dublin, its vibrancy in terms of sports and all the different things that you guys do. But just tell me a little bit about who you are, Nikez Moranci.
As you know, I am Nikez Moranci. I am 21 years old, and I come from the community of Dublin. I was raised in a single parent household, and my mother is a big part of who I am currently. She has instilled values of responsibility, independence, and a go-getter attitude, basically. So I grew up kind of shy. However, I don't shy away from challenges. So this is one of the reasons why I signed up for Miss Dominica 2024.
Well, welcome to the queendom, the queen, the road to being the queen, the next queen of Dominica. I want to talk a little bit about your platform. So your platform is centered around the promotion of and conservation and preservation of Dominica's natural environment and wildlife. And some folks might say, why that platform? Why do you think that it is important for this platform to be something that you should select, and why would it resonate with you specifically?
The conservation, preservation, and promotion of the natural environment and wildlife. This platform is dear to me because I grew up in a community where we make immense use of our natural resources. We have the sea, our fishermen, we have the river. I grew up seeing women go to the river to wash clothes, wash plates. The kids would bathe there. And then the soil, I know a lot of agriculturists in Dominica and in the community of Dubla. And I believe that we should definitely take a lot of pride in our environment. There is only one planet in which is inhabitable for humans, and if we destroy planet Earth, then we destroy ourselves. So we should all take a conscious effort in protecting planet Earth.
Thank you for sharing that. And we know so many things like climate change, is affecting our nation. It affected us in Dominica. So to hear you, speak about preservation of the natural environment and wildlife is so important. People find sometimes they disrespect, like hunting times and all these different things, and all this is part of how we can take care of Dominica and its in its natural state. So thank you very much for sharing that with us. You're from Dubla, like you rightfully mentioned, a village that is known for its rich cultural heritage, as you rightfully mentioned as well. How do you intend to integrate or showcase the elements of your hometown in your journey as a Miss Dominica contestant? Are there specific cultural aspects or traditional stories from Dubla that you probably aim to highlight during the pageant? And how do you believe this connects, or this connection can add to a unique dimension to represent what Dominica is about?
Well, the community of Dubla is a very supportive community. They rally behind their own. And I would like to bring that to the Miss Dominica pageant because a lot of ladies go up on stage and they lack support. So I would say support is a part of our culture here in Dubla. Be it be football, cricket, if you decide to go up for to be a politician, whatever you choose, then the people of Dibla will support you. So I just want to use that as an example to let others know that you should support your own. So this is one of the platforms I would like to push in Miss Dominica.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I've visited Dublin on numerous occasions to see, the guys practicing on the field, and even when they're practicing, you see people, members of the community, would come around and really show their support. I've seen them with the Dominica team, and so I really must commend your community for really standing behind every individual within the community and standing behind you. You participated and succeeded in a few
Just
pageants,
one,
right? Say that again.
one pageant.
Right. So, but you participated in Miss Warp Duet, and actually you won the title in 2022, and now you're a contestant for the Miss Dominica 2024. How do you describe the differences in your preparation for these two distinct pageants? Are there specific aspects or skills that you focus on differently for each, considering their own unique themes or even expectations?
Well, they're both pageants, so the difficulty is great. However, for Miss Dominica, the spotlight is larger and you basically become an ambassador for your country. So the pressure is definitely heavier and higher for Miss Dominica. But I would say I took that same intensity from Miss Warm and transferred it over to Miss Dominica because nothing good comes easy. So I still have to put in the hard work.
Hard work pays off. It does really pay off, and I'm glad to see that you have, you understand the assignment, that this is a bigger stage, more exposure, and you have to kind of tweak it a little bit so that you can actually utilize the platform to its full extent. If you were to win in the very
Mhm.
round, how do you plan to use your title? Be it for your own, when you speak of your own platform, how do you plan to integrate that if you were to win? What is the first thing Nikes is going to do and she wins the Miss Dominica title?
Well, as some may know, the Syndicate National Park is in the backyard of my community, and I would like to revitalize that national park and definitely bring more life to it. let people know and let people come in and see what we have to offer in nature and in our environment and in the community as well.
Thank you very much. I love Syndicate. I was there recently. Beautiful waterfall, and it's such a short trip. So thank you for putting that. Giving that little plug to your community again. Uh, my final question involves the contestants, and I want to get a sense of who each person is, but I want to get it from each contestant. In your opinion, who do you think has the best stage presence? That just acknowledging the person that commands the stage with confidence, charisma. Who would you say?
That to Miss Denicia Laura, number 5. She's petite, but she's a powerhouse, definitely.
Wow, thank you very much for sharing that. I know you wanna shed some light on your community and the folks who support you, your sponsors. So this time I'll leave it to you to have your final words before we wrap up your interview.
I would like to tell the people of Dominica to come out on February 8th in Carnival City to witness a production that has never been seen before. The stage will be coming alive with talent, culture, and intelligence from the 6 lovely contestants. So it's definitely a show not to miss.
Thank you, Nikaz, for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties. Mais ça nous a fait, non? C'est comme ça, yeah. And it was great to have you on with such grace. You still kept your composure. And I truly appreciate you for joining me here on my show. Thanks again, and all the best for the competition. All right? Bye-bye. All right, guys. We had our second. I don't know. I just insist on being wet. Guys, that was beautiful. Nikez Moransi, beautiful young lady out of the community of Dubla. We got to hear a little bit about her community. Dubla is a very lovely community, if I do say so myself. I want to comment on her. I know sometimes when you see technical difficulties happen, people get nervous, people get upset. Me, I used to get angry before, but I'm like, after COVID, I was like, you know what? Them things has happened, right? I want to encourage Nikez to jump back in the chat if you can. Nikez, jump in the chat. I know a few folks were sending you love. A few folks were saying a few things about you. We have Arlene said, beautiful Diamond Kelly Parry said she was worth the wait. And folks are really shouting and showing their love for you. Carla Carla is showing her love. All the best to the young lady. You did your best. Very lovely community. Dubla Massive folks are joining on. We're getting ready for the next lovely lady going to be gracing the stage. The third contestant will be Miss Royana Martin out of Sucre. We want to welcome her on the show, so we want to get ready for her. I know she's ready. She looks gorgeous. They all look gorgeous, but she looking pink pilling according to my buttercup. And we're getting ready for her. And I just want to, at this time, welcome her to the show. Hi, Royana.
Hi, good evening. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, do me a little favor. I want you to adjust your thing a little bit. Like, I want to see a little bit more details of the area, Just adjust a little bit. Here we go. That's lovely, lovely. It's so good to have you. I want to firstly apologize because I completely messed up your last name on my flyer. And that is when you see you're trying to do things fast and you're copying and pasting, that happens. And I want to apologize. You have a beautiful name, and I want to, publicly when I do, if I make a mistake, I first to say I'm sorry, and it was an honest error. But that should not deter you, and I welcome you on the show. I'm excited to hear what you have. You have such a beautiful face and a beautiful spirit, so I've been told, and I'm excited to get to know a little bit about you. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. So I am Rihanna Martin, 21-year-old, and I hail from the vibrant community of Soufre. and I'll be representing the Dominica National Lottery as Miss Instacash, and I'll be your contestant number 3 at the Miss Dominica pageant 2024.
Wow, wow. Thank you very much for joining us again. Tell me a little bit about some of the things that you enjoy doing, Royanna, in your spare time. What are some of your hobbies? What are some of the things that you just love to do?
I love the arts. The arts is my passion. I enjoy dancing. It's one of the things I love to do, which led me to create a youth dance group in my community, along with a few of my friends, to have the youth express themselves, as well as joining the NBD Flag Wavers last year. It was a very fun venture for me. I also enjoy reading. I read in church a lot. It's part of my community outreach. I love doing those types of things. So that's just a bit about me.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I think I might have remembered you years ago in a specific dance group, and we could probably take this off because when you said dance group, I was like, wait a minute, I think I know her face now. That's why I know her face was from a dance group. So it's really lovely to have you and to love. I love hearing when people say that they're into the arts because sometimes we, even in Dominica, we might feel like there's not a lot for us to do or pursue further in terms of the arts like dancing and stuff. It's like what you will tell you what you want to do with that when you grow up, like people will tell you these things. So it's good to know that you're engaged in all of these things, and even if it's as extracurricular activities, it's always wonderful to hear. I know every contestant has a unique journey that has led them to participate in Miss Dominica. Could you share a little bit about your personal journey and what inspired you to actually want to join this pageant?
The journey for Miss Dominica has been tough. It's been difficult trying to find a balance between work and all the practices that I have to do. However, I decided to take this journey because I want to be an ambassador for my community. I want people to see that suffrage is just not only the number one fishing hub in the southernmost parts of the island, but something more, and we can do more for our country. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be part of this pageant, as well as being able to further my education.
Thank you for sharing that with us, and I'm glad that you speak about your community of Sufria because we know that your community was hit tragically recently by the passing. You guys lost two significant people who contributed to your community. What was the impact like following the loss of Daniel and Dominic, the Colibri owners in Sufria? What was that like in your community? Kind of give me a sense of how your community responded.
Honestly, it was quite devastating for my community as they contributed a lot to the development of our community, such as the Sufra Primary School, where our youth go to school daily, and the new fishing port that they built, the jetty, as we call it, where we did a vigil for Daniel and his partner. And it was quite remarkable to see all these Sufra people come out to support Daniel and his partner in that.
Yeah, I know it was not just a huge loss for your community, it was a huge loss for Dominica on a whole. So thank you very much for sharing with us about how it impacted your community. Beyond the Miss Dominica pageant, what are some of your aspirations, some of your goals for the future? How do you see this experience really shaping your path, or even probably influencing your endeavors that you wish to pursue in the upcoming years?
Well, this Miss Dominica pageant forced me to bring across my platform, which is care for our children, the society's collective responsibility to support the underprivileged in pursuit of their dreams. I really want to bring across that message as it pertains to our youth and what they would like to do with their future. And I would like to do a needs assessment in the future to see what the youth need because we never know what they're going through and what struggles that they may face, as well as build a foundation to assist the youth in anything that they may need so that they too can achieve their dreams.
Thank you very much for sharing that. I know it's very important, that you speak about your platform and the fact that it involves children. Why did you feel that this is specific to you, and how you'd like to advocate during your entire journey in this pageant?
Well, I grew up in a single parent household, and seeing my mom struggle to raise me and my siblings, it really made me want to be better and want to advocate for any young child that is going through the same situation as I did. And it took the church to fund my education and all the support from my community to really push me to where I am today. So I really want to give back and just really just really give back to my community and allow them to see that although you had a rough start to life, you can persevere and can be the best person you can be.
Thank you very much, for sharing with us. I know a lot of folks are on the live, or your community is supporting you and rallying with you. Um, and I did promise that I am asking contestants specific questions, to each other, because I want to give you guys an opportunity to share on each other. A lot of times we find in pageantry folks to be very competitive to the point of aggression, to the point where it becomes a dirty game, right? And over the years, we've seen that it's evolved, it's changed, and people have become more supportive. Obviously, you want to win, but it's become more of a support system, and folks, get along better than they used to. I remember hearing of pageantry where people would they would not do certain things. There'd be all the little quirky things that they would get involved in just to ensure that nobody didn't mess them up on that night, right? Looking at the other contestants who are also vying for the title of Miss Dominica, just as yourself, who would you say is the most inspirational advocate?
Honestly, I believe each of us have our own cause and what we would like to advocate for, and we look at ourselves as a family. We support each other, and we want to be the best queen we can be. And it's just a great time with these girls, and we really support each other like sisters.
So you say it's collective. It's a collective. It's a
Collective.
collective. Thank you for sharing with us. I like to leave my guest, that you exactly what you are right now, with the opportunity to share. I know you're Miss Instacash. They're also a sponsor for this program, so thank you very much to the Dominica National Lottery for not just sponsoring you, but for sponsoring my program. So I truly appreciate that. I'd like to leave you with this opportunity to now share with us who you want to shout out. Any final words before we wrap up?
Okay, I would really like to say thank you to all the viewers that are listening to us this evening. I want to say thank you to my Team Roy Roy, and my supporters from my community. They came out in quite large numbers on the day of opening, and it was a great sight to see. I would also like to thank my sponsor, the Dominica National Lottery, because they're quite family to me right now, and I'm grateful that they're supporting me through my journey.
Thank you very much, Rihanna, for joining us. It was a pleasure having you, and I want to wish you all the best on the night of February the 8th. I wish you all the best. So go for it, my girl. Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much for joining. All right, take care.
Bye.
Bye bye. Wow, competition gonna be tight, right? Oh my God, such lovely ladies. Oh my God, they speak so well, and sometimes you think to yourself, that there's war happening at the back, and probably there is, you never know. But I love the way that they've carried themselves so far. What do you guys feel in the comments? Let me know who you're not just who you're vying for, who you're fighting for, who you're supporting or you're rooting for. Let me know who you feel really is capturing or captivating you this evening. We're moving along. We have a few more ladies to go. We've just completed We've just actually spoken to Royana Martin as contestant number 3. We're moving on to contestant number 4, who is Kian Baste out of Stock Farm. And I must say, Kian's dress, her evening wear dress on her body, oh my God, like melanin glow. And I'm so excited to have her on here with me. You know, all of the ladies look wonderful, eh? All the ladies look wonderful. I might be single and you might say, but JJL preference. But sometimes things people stand out, and her dress, that green dress, and the way it fell on her, she looked like she was a goddess in the jungle, and the water just cascading down on her, beautiful, gorgeous. And I'm so excited to have her on here to speak with us. So contestant number 4 out of Stock Farm, welcome, Kian. Hi, Kian. Let me just make sure your thing is on. Here you go. Say hi again.
Hi, good evening, Miss Joseph.
How are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. How are
Good.
you?
I feel like you're feeling far from me. Are you far, Sona? Come a little closer, na. You're feeling a little far, right?
Is this better?
Yes, it's much better. It's great to have you on here with me. Thank you very much for taking the time. I just commended, your outfit. The pictures are coming on, and some stand out. I mean, they all stand out, but some, just popped. And I really want to, commend your team. I know you have a wonderful team working with you, but your dress, you looked gorgeous in your dress, and I just wanted to highlight that. I noticed that. All right. I want to get started and get to know a little bit about who you are. You're, as we know, from your bio, you're from Stock Farm. But I want to get an understanding as to who you are as an individual, and tell me a little bit about Kia.
I am a 24-year-old avid traveler, carnival lover, and I am also very independent. I am an interior and event decorator by profession, and I'm just a lover of life.
Wow, she's a lover of life. Welcome to the show, Miss Lover of Life.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming on with us this evening. In looking at your bio, I noticed that your platform is Empower Her, Navigating Women's Health.
Yes.
What is the importance of this platform, and why is it that this is the platform that you choose to represent for the vying for the title of Miss Dominica?
When I decided to contest this pageant, I was formulating ideas for platforms that I wanted to represent. I am very passionate about many different topics, but I identified cancer awareness as my ideal platform. I wanted to put a youthful spin on cancer awareness, and I decided to create a network where women could come together and be empowered throughout their journeys, supporting each other.
Why cancer? Why cancer awareness? Like, why specific cancer awareness?
I resonate with people who have gone through this. I've had family members who have been through their own individual journeys, and I particularly honed in on cervical and uterine cancer because I wanted to put more light on these two specific types of cancer, because there is little information out there on these. But as little as it is, I also wanted to bring it out to Dominican public, because we have seen in recent times that women have been experiencing more with endometriosis and cervical cancer. So I wanted to just shed more light on that type of cancer.
That is very interesting to that you bring that up, because obviously we hear of flaws in our health system. I mean, it's not specific again to Dominica. There are flaws in many different health systems, and you speak on specifically that you have knowledge of women who've gone through it. What sort of statistics, if you know of, can you share with us as it relates to cervical and uterine cancer? Because taking on, I call it a burden, to spread awareness on something like this, you must know or must have a bit of history in terms of or knowledge in terms of data as it relates to the impact it's having in our local Dominican or on our local Dominican women.
Surprisingly, 75% of most women go through cervical in particular. And I just wanted to shed more light on that. A lot of people are suffering in silence. Some may not even know what they are going through. And I really wanted to advocate for checking up on yourself regularly. Early detection indeed save lives. So I wanted to just encourage people, don't be afraid. The pap smear, it helps. You check yourself yearly and you do your other regular checkups, of course. But in terms of cervical cancer and uterine cancer, you always look at yourself. You always check up on yourself. Have your doctor on speed dial. It's very important.
Thank you very much, Ken, for sharing that with us. You you decided that you wanted to participate in the Miss Dominica pageant, and obviously you're from the community of Stock Farm. How has the community impacted you, or is your community behind you? Are they supporting you? Can you share with us some ways that they encourage you, or particularly something that's meaningful or exciting towards your journey towards the crown?
Yes, certainly. My community is behind me 100%. Anytime I need something, everyone pitches in and they do the most to help me. When I'm walking the streets, everyone says, "My queen, hi, Miss Dominica." It's just a lot of love.
That's fantastic. It's always great to know that your community is backing you, because it does, in fact, take a village, especially when this requires so much hard work, so much dedication, long hours. So much goes into becoming or being part of the Miss Dominica pageant. I want to get a sense of, if you were crowned a Miss Dominica, what do you envision that you would actually do during the time that you have to reign as Miss Dominica, specifically to specific projects or initiatives that you envision that you could implement during your reign?
I certainly want to move forward with my platform. I have already created social media platforms where we can advocate for cancer awareness and getting your checkups, putting together resources that women could tap into. I also want to plan certain events where women can come together and be empowered. We have a lot planned, so just stick around. You can check out our Facebook and our Instagram pages to be abreast with things. And I am a person who believes in the philosophy of service above self. So I really want to be an ambassador for Dominica and travel regionally representing my island. So this is my plan for my reign.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And I'm glad that you spoke about, you've already started and you're doing things, like you say, service before self. How do you find balance in your life? What specific activities or interests that bring you joy and relaxation amidst your schedule?
Presently, my life is all about pageantry. But apart from that, I take time in nature. I love going to the beach, the hot springs. I love traveling. And I also love being pampered. So I dedicate that time to myself. I am a spa girly.
That's good. That's very good to know. Thank you very much for letting us know. My final question, and the one that kind of touches on talking about probably the other contestants that you are competing against, I'd like to get a sense of who would you, in your opinion, who would you say, in your opinion, is the most resilient?
Huh. Do I dare say myself? I'm a Dutch leaf. I am a true.
You're a Dutch leaf.
Yes. I do not let things bother me. I am an optimistic person and I always look towards finding solutions in things. I do not dwell on the negative.
She said, "Do I dare say it myself?" Thank you very much, Kian, for joining us, sharing with us right here. I know a lot of folks are on the live and they're sharing their love and they're saying their support. They're saying how much they're supporting you. I want to encourage you to go back on there and comment and respond, and because these are people who are showing their love and support for you, not just only tonight but even on the night of the show. And I want to leave you at this time I want to give you the floor. I know you have certain folks that you probably want to shout out and your sponsors and so on. So I'll leave it up to you now to end.
I would really like to thank family and Team Kiki for everything that they have done so far. I want to invite everyone to come out to Stock Farm this Sunday to support me on my motorcade. It starts at 3 o'clock. So come out in large numbers, visit my community. It's going to be a great time. And thank you to Triage Health for also supporting me throughout my journey.
Thank you very much, Kian, for joining us. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to be here. I know you love your self care, and you could be in your bed, but you choose to be here, and I'm appreciative of that. I want to wish you all the best on the night of February 8th, and go with God, and hopefully you do very well on that night. All
Thank
right.
you for the opportunity. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Guys, we're those ladies are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. They feel very homely, they're very warm, and I'm loving what I'm getting. I'm loving what I'm getting. We have two ladies left. Ladies? Yes, we have two ladies left. Two wonderful ladies left this evening. So we're getting ready for the next. I want to say thank you very much to my sponsors. Thank you very much for making this possible. Without you, there could be no me, doing this, at 8:57 p.m. in the night. And thank you very much to all those of you who joined, who come on and who've been sharing the live, who've been sharing the stars, and who've been really showing their support. Those of you who messaged in my inbox, and really, really show and say that you care, that you're thinking about me, and that you're advocating for me, you're supporting me, you love me. I truly love each and every one of you, right? So I'm truly, truly honored to be here to share with you guys. And I'll try my best to do this as long as I live, right? It's so much on my chest right now. But we're gonna keep pressing on. And we have coming up next. Contestant number 5, Denise Laurent out of Petit Soufriere. We're getting ready for Petit Soufriere in the house. She's ready. She's waiting. She's looking good. Those ladies don't come to play. Let me tell you, they're giving head and eyes and lips. They're just giving everything. And I just want to welcome Alicia to the show. Welcome. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Okay, and you?
Good. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Let me take down my volume a little bit. It's so nice to have you on with me on the show. I want to say special welcome to you. And thanks for joining. Thank you very much for being here.
And of course, thank you for having me this evening.
Great. You ready?
I think I am.
You don't have to be nervous, right? No nerves. It's just me you're talking to, right? It's just me. I like to tell the ladies, take this opportunity to just get very relaxed, very comfortable, right? I'm not gonna try and mama guy you, and it's not no trick question. We just having a chat, a nice cool chat about things that because it's about you, right? So nothing to be worried about, nothing to be nervous about. You have your fans, you have a lot of folks supporting you in the audience, and it's just great to have you here. You look lovely, and we're ready to get going. All right. So tell me a little bit about Miss Petite Soufriere, Denicia Flora. Tell me a little bit about you.
Okay, so hello everyone. I am 21-year-old Denicia Denizula, representing the beautiful community of Petite Soufriere. It's a small village on the East Coast.
Tell me a little bit about some of the things that you do in Petite Soufriere. What is fun to do in Petite Soufriere?
One thing that I definitely enjoy is going to the sea. And when you do visits, we have something that we call Basse Besi.
Mm,
Yes, and this is something I really enjoy going to.
those tongue people don't know about that. Only
Yes.
only country people that know about them things. Right? Those tongue people don't know about that. Trust and believe. I know exactly what you're talking about. So you decided that you wanted to participate in this pageant, but before you actually uh, did this pageant, you were crowned just recently, 2020, as Miss DSC Mass Jamboree. How would you say, or probably I should ask, what are some of the valuable lessons or experiences from your time with Miss DSC Match Jamboree that you believe contributed to you participating in Miss Dominica 2024?
Okay, so participating in Miss DSC Major, which I emerged winner, it definitely contributed to my self confidence. And of course, this is why I am actually pushing my platform, which is Pretty Hoods, finding comfort in a healthy body, because it's something that is personal to me. I do experience. I did actually experience it, and I know that my sister as well. So I know that there are other persons like myself who experience it, and of course, I do want to advocate and be a voice for them. And they can look at me as a role model, and basically, just feel more love themselves and feel more confident and love the skin that they're in.
Thank you for sharing that. And I'm going to kind of wheel back a little bit because you said you've experienced it. And I want to kind of get a sense of what exactly did you experience, which kind of set or kind of allowed you to say, okay, I want to be an advocate to people to share with them that they can find comfort in their own healthy bodies.
Okay, so normally, people will basically criticize me in terms of my size because I am very petite, and as well as some people may say that I'm very beautiful, but at the same time, sometimes person they feel compared and they feel like they need to live up to certain people beauty standards, and I don't believe that we should. We should feel confident in ourselves because if we do have to basically basically take time and listen to what people have to say, then obviously it will definitely affect us mentally, spiritually, and physically. And this is something that we should not do as an individual.
So, did you find that in your experience in pageantry, you have been, you felt to some extent that people you were being targeted? Is that why you were like, you know what, pretty hurts, like being pretty actually hurts?
Honestly, basically just on a regular, then people basically just criticize. So I was like, why not take this opportunity and basically push for it for myself and of course other individuals.
Thank you very much for sharing with us because I know it probably goes a lot deeper. But a lot of times we also have to protect our own mental health, right? So we'll leave it at that. We're protecting our mental health because I do understand and I can relate. Let me tell you, they've called me, they tell me I fat, they tell me I'm pleasantly plump, my girl. And I was born pleasantly plump, I'm probably gonna die pleasantly plump, right?
Yes, of course.
And we're all beautiful, right? So thank you very much for sharing. And I think a lot of young women out there, can relate, to people, even the way that society sometimes wants to class us as because you light skin is a shabin, and if you dark skin is an egg west when you babel, or they try to put us in categories. But I really feel that you have an opportunity to kind of share a message that you know it's not all about just being pretty. It's essentially loving who you are regardless of what society thinks.
Yes.
Thanks for sharing that with us. So I want to get a sense of you in terms of beyond pageantry. Who or what inspires you on a personal level? Are there individuals, books, or experiences? Because I know, I'm asking this, because a lot of times when you live in the countryside, you don't really get to watch so much TV, right? It was fun. I know, because on a Saturday would be on in the bay, right? On the beach, bathing in the sea, right? Who are some of or what are some of the experiences from individual, probably from books, that have actually reached or really significantly shaped your outlook on life and influenced you as the person you are today?
Okay, so it would definitely be William Shakespeare, of course, and we all know William Shakespeare. And one of I do enjoy his books, and of course, one of his famous play, which is Measure for Measure, which I enjoy. It basically just meant that power can definitely be abused, and power can also change people. So we need to ensure that we are on the right path and don't let these things get into our heads. So this is
Mhm.
inspired me.
I am also a lover of Shakespeare, and I did not know that you love Shakespeare. I've been actually doing research on Shakespeare and finding things about that part that's saying that Shakespeare, a black woman, was actually the writer of Shakespeare. But
Yes.
that's
So
that.
you know what we're speaking of, right? Okay.
Definitely. So I'm happy to hear you talk about this because, William, as I said, I'm a lover of literature and English, and it's really enlightening, because I think it's probably like a country girl kind of a thing. We like, when you're raised in the countryside, you're always reading books. But my father always sent us to read books. You have to go and read, right? So it's good to know that you're a lover of books as well. I want to get into your personal connection with culture and Dominica. How would you describe how you connect with Dominica's culture? Are there specific cultural traditions, festivals, or aspects of even of island life that hold a special place in your heart?
Okay, so in my community, actually, I am part of several groups. The Priest to Fair Cultural Group, the Duke of Edinburgh chapter, and the Eastern District Youth Council. And of course, being in these groups, it also gives me the opportunity to give back to our community members and as well as our elders. And of course, this gives me the opportunity to preserve our culture because, of course, the upcoming generation need to be aware and of how we do certain things, such as our traditional dances and our cuisine. So yes.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I know a lot of folks tend to, especially when you're raised up in the countryside, and I reiterate the countryside, that you get involved in your community a lot. So it's really good to know that you have actively played a role in your community. Um, if you're crowned, or in the event that you may be crowned Miss Dominica, what vision do you have for your tenure? How do you plan to use this title, to whether it's for your, in terms of your advocacy, or contribute to the positive development of Dominica? Or are there any specific projects or initiatives that you might want to implement during your reign?
Okay, so what I do in Miss Dominica 2024, of course, I do plan on working with my team to create an organization, which will basically be going out to different communities, not just my community specifically, but basically going out in different communities in Dominica and speaking on body positivity because, of course, it's my platform, Pretty Hoods, finding comfort in a healthy body. And I do want other young women and even men to feel encouraged and look at me as a role model and feel motivated, love the skin that they're in, and basically motivate others as well.
Thank you very much, Ms. Laurent, for joining us. Thank you very much for sharing with us. Before we wrap this up, my final question, I always have the last question. It's always about the contestants and the fighting, the infighting that happens, that goes on behind the scenes, that nobody wants us to know. No, I'm actually I am actually more interested in knowing how you guys relate to each other, how you guys see each other. And Miss, I think it was Nikisha said that you were, I see contestant number two said that you were one of the most had the best stage presence, right? I would like to know, in your opinion, who do you think is the friendliest contestant?
Honestly, they're all friendly. To be honest, they're all friendly. We all bring different personality,
Mhm.
and I coming into these pageants, I did not know what to expect, especially from these young, intelligent women. And meeting them for my first time, it basically felt like I knew them already.
Mhm.
So, they're all friendly, they're all helpful along the journey. And of course, I must tell them, of course, go out there and do the best that you guys can do. And yes,
And thank you.
yes.
Thank you very much. I want to give you the floor now. You can shout out. You can make any invitations to come support you. It's up to you.
Okay, so let me just say thank you to everyone who has been supporting me thus far, especially my team, my community members, and my colleagues. And of course, let me take this amazing opportunity to thank my sponsor, J. Astafan and Company Limited, right place, right price. And as you may know right now, is right place, right queen. So thank you guys, everyone, for basically being on board and being supportive. And of course, I do expect to see each and every one of you at Carnival City on February 8th, 2024. Don't miss it. And
Thank
of
you very
thank
much.
you for having me. Evelyn.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming on with me. It was a pleasure having you, and I wish you all the best on the night
Thank
of February the 8th. Good luck to you. All right.
you. Bye.
Bye. Oh, wow, wow, wow. We're on to the final. I really don't want it to end. I'm really having such a great time with every single one of these beautiful, intelligent contestants. Dominica have some really good crap, right? Yeah, some good crap. Let me tell you, these women are gonna put on a show. I'm excited. I want to big up Dominica Festivals Commission for putting on such an amazing show every single year. I know we really have some good crop of women who come out of this pageant every single year, and amazing, just simply amazing. I just want to go to the folks on the live. Let's see who's on there. All the best folks are shouting out. The Queen Show committee, standing ovation for the selection this year. I love all the ladies. Each one adds a unique touch to the event, and that is facts. uh, Folks are shouting out. I want to encourage all of the participants, all of the contestants to go back into the chat. Folks are really commending you guys and really showing their support. Dominicans near and far are really, really showing up for you. And I'm so excited to see what the show or how the show unfolds on February the 8th. Oh my God, like who will be crowned Miss Dominica 2024? We have a final contestant for this evening, Miss Kiana Dyer out of Mont Daniel. I'm so excited to have her come on and speak with us. So without further ado, let's welcome contestant number 6. Hello! Can you hear me? I can't hear you though. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Why don't you pop off and come back on? Let's see if that works. Pop off, and then when you come back on, rotate your screen to take out the auto and so that it fills up the screen, and hopefully we get some good audio coming through. Don't panic. Don't worry. That's technology. It happens. Okay. All right. So come back on, and hopefully it works this time. All right. We're gonna give us some time to organize our audio because we want to hear her, right? We want to hear her. But while she's doing that, while we're getting organized, I want to give my sponsors my last plug for the night. I want to thank you very much to them. Let me tell you, sometimes when you're doing these shows and it's so sometimes becomes so last minute, and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna put this show together in such a short space of time. I want to thank my team. I want to thank Samaj, my amazing assistant, working behind the scenes, making sure that everything works flawless. Thank you very much, Samaj. Samaj does his the research on the. Let me tell you, he loves his screen shows. All right, and does the research and really is able to capture every single one of these days and really give me the information that I need to put these interviews together. So I want to say thank you very much to him and my design team and everybody who helps me. Down to my my backdrop and everything. Everybody who helps me with everything. Thank you very much for your support and your love. My sisters, my partner, my kids. Listen, my kids. Can you believe my kids in the same house with me and you're not hearing them? Like you're not hearing them. Them children quiet, right? Because they understand the assignment. So I want to say thank you very much to every single person who has supported my sponsors. Thank you. I truly, truly appreciate you. Those of you who come on every single time I do a show, and those of you who support, I really, truly appreciate you. Let's try this again. Let's see if we you ready to give me a thumbs up if you're ready to try this again. Thumbs up. Ready to try? Ready? Let's try this again. Can you hear me?
Good night.
Good night. It working? Right. Thank you very much for welcome back. Welcome back. How are you?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I was a bit tired. I'm like, I hope the listeners do not get fed up because the last contestant is arriving.
No, let me tell you, there's all 513 of them. They're still locked in, and that is just on Facebook. We have folks locked in on YouTube, all right? So big up the folks on YouTube who are locked in. Lots of folks on YouTube. I can't tell you the numbers. 57 of them on YouTube. So they're there. They're there. Them people there. Don't worry. They're waiting for contestant number 6. Welcome, welcome to the show, and thank you very much for coming on to share with us. I want to get started, because like you see, people might be tired. I don't think they're tired. No, I think everybody's excited to see what you guys have in store. We had such a great crop of women share with us this evening, and I mean, you come here with all your energy and all your vibes. You're giving us even more vibes, so we're excited to have you. Tell us a little bit about who Kiana Dyer is, minus the dog barking in the bag.
Minus the like when the audio was not working, silence. As soon as the audio is working. But anywho, Kiana Dyer is a young lady with a passion for being involved. Many people know me from many different standpoints in life. Many know me from church. Many know me from my cultural involvement. Many know me for my involvement in youth. So I'm just a 21-year-old who seeks to value culture more than the average teenager, in a nutshell.
That is fantastic. They're very, very good to know. And I think it will take me right into my next question, because you speak about, youth in your platform, and your platform is actually youth in culture through the arts. And that is a very interesting, because why I say interesting, we are very culturally inclined individuals in Dominica, but a lot of times the all of the inclinations we have, it remains here, and we can't really take it anywhere else, right? Why did you choose this platform, and what is the importance of it? Why does it resonate so much with you?
I chose this platform because I realized not an issue, but I realized that our culture and our celebrations are very seasonal. So what you find is that we celebrate Carnival just in February. We celebrate Independence just in November, October. But why not celebrate culture throughout? Why do we have to wait until a particular season to say, oh, I would like to join band movie. Oh, I would like to learn how to make a sensi. I've been in the Africulture Stilt Worker since I was 6, and every time we practice outside of carnival season, which is not the nearing of independence, we get asked, Carnival is done while you're practicing. Independence is not coming up while you're practicing. And to me, having that passion and love for culture, our culture, I decided to bring forth that platform. So with the platform of Miss Dominica, I can further push it.
Mm, that is interesting because and I'm glad that you spoke about the stilt walker that you've participated in. You're a stilt walker. You've been doing this since you were very young. How do you personally connect and appreciate all of the different specific aspects, tradition, the memories from the celebrations? How do you envision incorporating this into you on your journey in Miss Dominica pageant?
Well, as you rightly said, I am a stilt walker and have been since I was 6, as I rightfully said. And how I plan to incorporate the cultural aspects within my journey is not only bringing it to you through my stage presentation on February 8th,
She's
but
like, yes.
also but also being involved and even outside of February 8th on the day of the pageant, reaching out. There are many different cultural groups. I personally wanted to join a cultural group until I decided to take the journey of Miss Dominica, where
Mhm.
it's a little more time consuming. But to just reach out and to be involved, as I rightfully said, I don't have to wait until October to learn. Why not start learning in March? Why not start learning now? So that's the way I plan on kind of incorporating it into my journey.
Thank you for sharing with us. And that will probably take me a little bit back because you seem like you've been very much involved in culture. You've said it, but you participated in Miss Teen Dominica in 2019, and transitioning from that to Miss Dominica, I expect that to be a journey. Are there specific lessons or moments from that previous title that you carry with you as you embark on this new chapter?
Lessons, most definitely. And I wouldn't even say lessons, I would say disciplines. Because while doing the Miss Teen Dominica pageant, I was in school. With school, you have 8 to 1. Some of us 8 to 5, because I attended the convent high school. But even with that schedule, it was a bit lighter. I know from 3, actually, I have practices maybe up to 6. Right
Mhm,
now, I have my bigger job, which is more demanding, and I
mhm,
have to be focused on one aspect of my life from 8 to 4, 8 to 5, because I am a public servant. And then we have the long afternoons, the long evenings, the long nights. So it definitely took me discipline with my time management.
mhm.
I'm involved in a lot of groups, and quite frankly, I am the forefront of my groups because I am a great leader, if I do say so myself. So I have to try to balance practice, work, and my extracurricular curricular groups without either of them feeling neglected.
Mhm. That's wonderful to hear. Because sometimes a lot of times I find people just want to be part of the spotlight, to do the like they do pageantry just to be in the spotlight. But it's good that you've learned a lot of disciplines, throughout. And I'm sure even with those, yes, it's a pageant, another pageant you're doing, but I'm sure you've incorporated that even into your daily life. The way that you really have to balance work and personal life and all of these things, in order to be a wholesome individual. And that takes me to this question: like, if you could embark on any adventure or exploration, no limitations, where would it be and what kind of experience would you seek?
Funny. That's a question I can answer without even having to think. My dream location or my dream destination is to Kenya. And
Mm.
Kenya, because Kenya has a rich sense of African culture and pride. I most definitely would want to learn about Kenya's African heritage, even despite being an African country, because Kenya has this specific culture that I want to learn. They put rings around their necks to lengthen their necks. But when you Google online, Nothing tells you why. It doesn't give you the why. It doesn't answer my questions. So
Mhm.
that's why I would want to go. I would want to go to Kenya, not only to learn about the rings, but to get to know more about their culture.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's fantastic to hear, and I love that you feel you've used the culture and your love for culture to connect you back with another culture that you're very much interested in knowing. So that is very very good to hear. Uh, if you're an event you're crowned, Miss Dominica, uh, which is a prestigious title, right? Um, what do you envision for this in terms of advocacy, promotion of your cultural celebrations, probably contribute to positive development of Dominica? How do you plan to use this prestigious title?
Even before having applied for the Miss Dominica pageant, it was always on the bucket list to do different workshops and different seminars that allow children to be engaged in cultural activities throughout the year. So, having now, if I won or when I do win the title, I want to carry on that bucket list. And having using the Miss Dominica title, it not only acts as a role model, but it allows a wider range of reach to individuals. Because
Mhm.
sometimes we view culture as a male dominated field, and then we view pageantry as a more female dominated field. And culture is for everybody. Why one of the aspects I really want to indulge in is getting young women to learn how to make senses. Because what we've seen is that mostly males make senses, but women also run senses on our cultural Carnival Mondays. So
Mhm.
that's just one of the activities I'd like to do if and when I win Miss Dominica 2024.
I just want to be part of the big boom boom gang. That's it.
I agree with you. I
I,
agree.
I'm glad you said that, and to kind of just reel it in a little bit, that was actually a discussion I was having with someone about like there could be activities going on, but a lot of times we don't know.
Yeah.
And those of us with children, I'm always wondering like, where do I send my kid? Like, is there art? Is there dance? Is there like cultural dances? Is there
Yes.
like, are they teaching children how to dance ballet? I would love to send my kids to learn to dance ballet. Is that happening? I mean, somebody might say yes, it's happening, but I don't know about it. So I was actually saying to them, I was going to offer my services, and it's not even my services, but my platform for free promotion of anything that includes, the promotion of activities that will help children build senses, or those sorts of things. So I really appreciate that you've brought this up because it resonates with me. As a mom, as a lover of culture, as a lover of carnival and its celebrations and Creole and all of what we have to offer as Dominicans, and seeing it happen throughout the year, not just twice a year. Is very very important. So thank you very much for sharing that with me and with the audience. My final question, um, because I always ask, that's my final question. It's about the contestants. It's about who do you feel amongst you guys is the most charismatic? The person has an infectious personality that lights up the room and leaves a lasting impression.
Charismatic. I feel like I got the hardest last question. But it may sound cliche, but it's the honest truth. All of us actually charismatic. When I entered, as we know, as you rightfully said, pageantry behind the scenes is a game. But in practices, it doesn't feel like that.
Mhm.
Whether it may be like that or not, it
Mhm.
doesn't feel like that. We will make jokes. In this crop, let me give you a behind the scenes secret. We will laugh. We will laugh. So the charisma comes from all of us.
Mhm.
It comes from all of us with exaggeration. Not with no exaggeration, with exaggeration. It
Mhm.
comes from us all. So we're all charismatic in our own way, whether the individual may be shy. You will see a little giggle now and then, a little chuckle
Mhm.
here. So we're all
Mhm.
charismatic, honestly.
Thank you very much, Yana, for coming on and sharing with us. I know you were the final one, and you kept the energy, and you brought it. And I want to give you the final say to share, say whatever you would like to say, your final words before we wrap up the interview.
My final words, firstly, is thank you for having us. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to be our first media presence. Should I say that? Okay, like I said it anyway. The first media presence for the year. And I want to say thank you to all the supporters, not only for myself, but for the other fellow contestants, because support is a really big thing in pageantry, and without support, we can be very demotivated. I also want to say thank you to my sponsor who has been with me and who has journeyed with me thus far. And last but not least, my team, Kiana's Council. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining with me for the entire year so far. And our year is coming to an end with victory. Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming on. I truly appreciate it. And I want to wish you all the best
Thank
on
you.
your journey to the crown. And I want to wish you all the best on the night of February the 8th. All the best.
Appreciate
Bye-bye.
it. Bye.
Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. Like, such wonderful ladies. It's going. Lord Jesus. Not going to be tight. Such wonderful ladies. I want to encourage every single one of them. Go back in the chat. A lot of folks are on there. I want to go through some of the folks, some of what the comments. Kim Saint Jean saying contestant number 3, heartfelt and down to earth, beautiful smile. Somebody saying you have it in the bag. Can't wait to see your talent, Kiana. Somebody else is saying, let me get what the comments are. Let me get back to the comments. Let me tell you, my double screen. I'm missing my double screen. Somebody sponsor me another screen. Oh gosh, this show is going to be a great one. I have my top 3, JL. A great interview. Thank you very much, guys. Who's your top 3? Nita Scotland is saying 1, 3, and 6 fire. Like her vibes, Mafi saying the comments are coming quickly. All the best to Kiana. Bang start and bang end in one. Hashtag number 1, hashtag number 6. Let me tell you, them girls did not come to play. Me self just love jail. Oh, thank you, niceness, Benoit. I love you too. Thank you very much for all the love, all of the support. This show is going to be a good one. As somebody's saying, it's going to be an amazing show. They all were spectacular. That's Diamond Kelly Paris, one of my stars. Thank you very much, Diamond Kelly Paris, for sharing stars. Honey, lover, is that Lavie? 6 great ladies. Honey, thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck to Kiana. That's from Diane Lockett. We have Cedric Hillier. Lights could have went. I would wait for you. Oh, lights could have went. I would wait for you. Wonderful, Miss. Oh my God, this is so wonderful. Oh, I thank you very much, guys, for coming on. I even given them accommodation to rest. No sleepy eyes. The last one reminded me of you so much. Who's that? I don't know. Listen, people having their own conversation. Trying to get into the chat. People having their own conversations and responding to each other. Thank you very much. Someone just sent me stars. Annie's from Newtown. Thank you very much for the stars. Love you guys. Love you. JL, what lipstick you got on? It's a mix of Hello Boys by Sasha. So I put, at first I'm wearing NARS. I wish I had the NARS one. Yeah, so it's the NARS. Let me tell you, it doesn't my mug? Nothing on my mug. Let me tell you. Nothing is on the mug. Let me tell you. So I like lipsticks. I was collecting money on lipsticks because I don't like to transfer. I don't want it on my teeth. And these were very great for me. My sisters gifted me the NARS, and I usually purchase the Hello Boys. Thank you to my sponsors. Oh my God. Oh my eyeliner is Color Girl Cosmetics. I love that eyeliner. Let me tell you. Just give me a squish. You let me have it and jury. So if those of you would like to know. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you to my sponsors. Those of you who supported me. journey. Oh my God, those of you who studied the first year, this is a very difficult time. Like, this is so hard for me. Like, I thought about even canceling the show this week. But I was like, maybe I should just continue with it, And I really want to end on a note, I want to remind us to be kind to each other. Be kind to each other. Be good to each other. Be good to ourselves, but be kind. I want to remind us. There's times we'll say things and we will hurt people, but when we realize that we've hurt people, what we should do is apologize. Say, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Be kind to one another. Um, the shocking news that we received this week of Fadina's passing, like I never imagined, and and like I never imagined that someone that I know like that. I mean, I've lost my parents, so I know what loss is. I understand what loss is. But like, if I have to pull up my phone, like Fadina and I have had a, a really good relationship. Our relationship was built on supporting each other and encouraging each other in our careers. Like, that was what our relationship was built on. And Fadina really gave me my first hand in producing. When she said to me, "Jill, I'm putting together an In the Spotlight show." At the time, I was at Q95, and I started thinking of music to use and everything and putting it together. When she was speaking about the logo, and like, I was all in it, and she really showed me my potential, and she was an amazing individual, always smiling, always encouraging, always love her last message to me, like I'm literally opening my phone, and sharing this with you guys. But she was an amazing individual. Um, Fadina Fadina's last message to me was, she says, "Hey Jane, thank you for everything. Keep shining my diamond. I really appreciate you." This was her last words to me, and she's going to leave a void. It will not be the same, without her encouraging words, without her laughing, without her smile, her up to bun and pearls. I even want to do an up to bun. I don't know how I do that up to bun. But she was a beautiful individual. And I want to encourage us, to be kind. I was a kind person. She, she loved, she was loyal, she was just a phenomenal, the epitome of phenomenal. A really wonderful woman. And her family were mourning the passing of her friends, her close friends, her co-workers. And I just want to send them some love and convey my deepest and my sincere condolences to her entire family. And I know it's rough. I know it's tough. I know it's a very difficult time. But I want to say, just be encouraged. Um, we're here. I'm here. If you guys need me for anything, I'm here. Drop the blue hearts. Drop the blue hearts. If you guys need me. Fernanda was an amazing individual, and she will be missed. She will be missed. She will be missed in the Queen Show fraternity. She was an integral part of from the show, from the judging. She's judged. She's been part of the show. She's helped with the media relations of the show. She's done emceeing of the show. She's an amazing individual, and the Queen Show fraternity will miss her. Dominicans will miss her. The media Eternity, we'll miss her. Um, my love goes out to everyone. Everyone who's reached out to me, to her family. Continue to check in on your loved ones. Continue to check in. Let me tell you, checking in. I'm gonna get out of here before I start crying because this is not going to be a waterwork for me. All right. I just want to say thank you very much again to every single one of you who came on here and showed your support. I want to big up my sponsors one last time. I want to say thank you very much to my sponsors who were behind me. They've stuck behind me with this show, other shows. They've come back, some came back. I want to say big up to Big W. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. The, the Central Cooperative Credit Union. Thank you. Dominica National Lottery, Instacash. Thank you. Pure Foods. Let me tell you something. I eat a sandwich. Sabat yung sandwich. Sa yung sandwich from Crazy Carrot today. We'll find. I'll tell you about it later. I'll tell you about it later. That'll be time and the place. I want to say thank you very much to the National Cooperative Credit Union. National Cooperative Credit Union always been behind me every single show I put up. You've always been behind me. And I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. Thank you for trusting me with interviewing these women. Thank you for coming on and enjoying and sharing and being entertained and loving on and just go and be great. Tomorrow send your carnival opening and we're gonna try and bump. We're gonna try and free up. Just wanna say just go out and just be good to people, be kind, be good to yourself. And remember, February 8th, the place to be is at the Windsor Park Stadium forecourt for the Miss Dominica pageant. Until next time, guys, stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'll do my best to let you guys know when the next show is coming out. Stay tuned. Make sure you follow, you subscribe if you haven't. I will see you on the internet. My documentary is also available for you. I will view my documentary on my website, blackislandgirl.com. Check out the documentary Territory. Until next time, we say special tonight. Thank you very, very, very much for joining. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.